What in the world is happening with Call of Duty? I think everybody is asking that question, especially when this Call of Duty Black Ops 7 gameplay reveal trailer was released 2 weeks ago. It has almost 500,000 downvotes, and if you scroll through the comments, you could tell that nobody likes this, nobody wants this. They have like a pre-order Vault Edition with like AI robots and all sorts of goofy nonsense. Like this does not look like Call of Duty. This looks like some sort of like wild and wacky like futuristic war game. This part just makes no sense to me, where there's like a ginormous man. I have no idea what is happening here in the gameplay trailer, but what's very interesting is that I looked into it and everything that I looked into just doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense to me. So this was a screenshot making the assumption that this is legitimate and this is real, but this is a screenshot from LinkedIn putting their credits in their LinkedIn account showing, their experience as an analytics engineering manager at Activision. And I'm not going to read through all this nonsense. It honestly looks just like LinkedIn bullshit. Like I don't want to read any of this. It's annoying. I am proud to announce, all that nonsense. But if you look at the second bullet point here, record-breaking analytics supported Black Ops 6, Activision's highest grossing title, which is very surprising to me because it's like, I can't remember the last time I actually purchased or played a Call of Duty game. Not only is it just like the same thing over and over, but somehow like they find a way to introduce all the things that like nobody likes. Microtransactions, in-game currency, in-game purchases for stupid skins, crazy fast movement and like jumping off the walls and like super futuristic, cybertronic, just a ton of stuff that it's clear like nobody wants this, but somehow it makes no sense to me. How are they making record-breaking sales? Another thing I looked into is just Steam charts. Call of Duty says 39,000 players right now. 24-hour peak is 48,000 and all-time peak was 3 years ago at almost 500,000 players. And that to me is pretty surprising, and the reason being is because let's compare this to a game where everyone said like, oh, this sucks. No one wants this. Like no one's gonna play this. Like it's just gonna die out, right? Elden Ring Night Rain, that game got a lot of hate. What's interesting is that 18,000 players right now, 24-hour peak is almost 40,000, and all-time peak 4 months ago was almost 300,000. That's not a huge difference. It's 10,000 less players, 24-hour peak. So it begs the question, how is Call of Duty making so much money, making record-breaking profits? Some of this stuff is absolutely wild. This is a website that broke it down pretty well. They have a ton of things working for them all at the same time. Just doing the usual release to like maintain excitement. I was unaware that Modern Warfare 2 generated over $1 billion within 2 weeks of its launch in 2022. And then I also had no idea that in 2020, Warzone alone earned $5.2 million daily through in-game purchases. Oh my gosh. These are other numbers that I was completely unaware of, and it is absolutely flabbergasting. I had no idea that there's over 650 million downloads for Call of Duty Mobile. I have no idea who's playing Call of Duty Mobile, but I guess the game consistently generates between $22 to $32 million monthly, and the platform has exceeded $1.5 billion in lifetime player spending. And this website does break down that Call of Duty's monetization strategy revolves heavily around microtransactions. And that is in-game currencies, the thing that everybody hates. I have no idea who's taking part in in-game currencies, but clearly people are. The Battle Pass system, another thing that I hate and despise. The Season Pass, and the cosmetic items. The Beavis and Butthead Call of Duty Warzone skins. So yeah, I guess the sad thing about this is, unfortunately, Call of Duty is probably not going anywhere anytime soon. As many people there are disliking what Call of Duty has become, 500,000 people disliking that gameplay reveal trailer, and all of those people basically saying, I'm just gonna go over to Battlefield 6. There are clearly a lot of people who are getting into Call of Duty who do not mind spending money on like all of the in-game transactions and all that nonsense. So the game is probably not going anywhere anytime soon. It's clear that the company has a really, really great strategy to make a lot of money, but it's also clear to see that it peaks all-time player count and then it dies down and then they just rinse and repeat. Oh, okay, we're gonna make it futuristic, or this is the twist and spin that we're gonna put on it. and they just rinse and repeat. They have an infinite money glitch. Unfortunately for people who played the original Call of Duties and really enjoyed them, I mean, some of the ones that I really enjoyed when I was growing up was COD 4 and Black Ops 1 and 2. Those days are long gone. So yeah, I just wanted to say outright that, like, what is happening with Call of Duty? It looks insane and ridiculous, and it's something that I would never play, but somehow they're making more money now than ever. And I'm gonna put out like a really aggressive and opinionated take here. I'm just saying, the people who are playing this, I mean, come on, I don't understand. What is your taste in game? What is it? You're playing Call of Duty Mobile. Even if you wanted to play like a first-person shooter, like, how is that even a good experience? And the thought of actually like putting that on your phone and playing it, and then also like spending money on that, I just don't get it. There are a lot of games out there that are like free and a great experience. Like, for example, I've heard a lot of good things about The Finals, and that game is completely free to play. As far as I know, it's not pay to win. I don't know if there's in-game currency and cosmetics and things like that, but it's very clear to see that gamers are just going where they want to go. The people who don't want all this stupid bullshit from Call of Duty, they're just gonna go right over to Battlefield 6, and that's perfectly fine. Again, I'm opinionated, but like, if someone likes Call of Duty, that's great. If that's your thing and you don't mind spending money in a game and you don't mind absolutely getting milked to oblivion by Call of Duty, it's an infinite money glitch for them right now. That's fine. That's totally cool. So yeah, I just thought it was surprising. Like, I looked at all this stuff and I just could not believe how much money they actually make, and the majority is like Call of Duty Mobile. The majority is just like a lot of in-game cosmetics. So it will be interesting to see. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 will be coming out anytime now, I believe in November, and it's going to be interesting to see how much money is that game going to make. Are they going to continue making record-breaking profits? I think I saw that they have like beyond 3,000 people working on the franchise now, and it's very clear, like, they have some smart people looking at the number, looking at the data. They're giving people what they want, and they're also really good at like extracting as much money as possible. So I just thought it was surprising, and I wanted to talk about it because this seems to be an area that is like really heavily carved out now in gaming. There's space for games like Hollow Knight Silksong, where like they put their heart and soul into it, they make a lot of good money, and the fans get a lot of great value and have a great time. I've been playing that game and I've really been enjoying it. There's also a completely separate space that is available and very ripe for the picking, where you can just release the same thing over and over, add some goofy, wacky, nonsensical twist. Like, you got a huge character, or they're in the nether dimension. Like, look at the gameplay trailer. It is absolutely so ridiculous. I'm not even gonna waste my time watching it. Yeah, you just churn out money with cosmetics and in-game transactions. So anyways, I'm done ranting about it.